Alright, what's up YouTube? Back with another video. We're going to talk about Czar Glazkov possibly fighting Steve Cunningham on the undercard of the John Pascal Sergey Kovalev fight. I think this is a good fight. Czar Glazkov, last time I saw him before Derek Rossi, I think it was Derek Rossi, didn't really look impressive in that fight. Okay, I thought Rossi won the fight actually. Okay, and Derek Rossi is a journeyman, a guy that was considering taking boxing full time. This was supposed to be a tune-up, stay busy fight for him, and it was a tough fight for Czar Glazkov. He really didn't look impressive. I thought he lost the fight. Before that, I think his biggest win was against Tomas Adamek, another fighter that was at the top of the heavyweight division at one point. By the time Glazkov fought him, he was kind of fading his career. I don't know if he's retiring or not, but he lost. All right, he lost. He actually got. It wasn't really that competitive. I think Glazkov beat him for the majority of the rounds of that fight. I know Tomas Adamek beat Steve Cunningham, but I think both of those fights were very debatable. I believe Cunningham lost the first fight. I think the second fight might have been a draw. I'm not sure, but I remember watching, especially the second fight. I think Cunningham won that fight pretty clear, but they didn't give it to him. Okay, Cunningham is a very experienced boxer. He's been in there with a lot of fighters, a lot of top fighters. Lost a lot of his bigger fights. Had a good year in 2014 though. He beat the undefeated Amir Mansour, all right, a big puncher. That fight was a war. That fight was one of the top, I say, top 10 fight of the year in 2014. Cunningham, great boxer, you know, not great, but very good boxer. Good on his legs, you know, throws a good jab. He knows how to keep the distance, and he's a good fighter. He's not a big puncher. He's not even a big heavyweight, you know. He was a cruiserweight. But he's a good boxer, very experienced boxer. And he's been in there with Tyson Fury. He's been in there with, you know, Tomas Adamek. He's been in there with Marco Huck back in, I believe they were both cruiserweights when they fought. And he beat him, you know. So, you know, Steve Cunningham has the experience. And I think that's going to be a key role, especially with Glazkov coming off of that unimpressive, horrible fight with Derek Rossi, you know. I'm leaning more towards Steve Cunningham for this fight right now. I think it is a close fight. I think it could be either way because Glazkov is still a good fighter. But Steve Cunningham is the more experienced and a better boxer to me overall. Glazkov just didn't seem to be able to land anything against Rossi, except later in the fight, because Rossi started having stamina issues and he started to fatigue late in that fight. But outside of that, Rossi seemed to be schooling him pretty clearly for the majority of that fight. I don't know how Glazkov definitely got a good win for that fight. But he is very talented. He's still probably this bigger puncher between the two of them. Okay, so he could hurt Steve Cunningham. Cunningham has been stopped before, so he's been down often in his career. So I do expect Glazkov to hurt him some point in the fight, but I think Cunningham is the better boxer between the two. Another thing, Cunningham has faded as far as stamina late in fights. So the longer the fight goes, I think Glazkov will be better in a later rounds, all right? But I still think Cunningham should be able to pull this win off, okay? By decision, okay? It could be a split decision. You know, you never know. You know, I don't know where the crowd and the judges is going to be leaning towards that night. But I think Steve Cunningham is the better boxer, and I think he could win this by decision, all right? So should be on the undercard of the Pascal Kovalev fight. It's shaping up to be a pretty good card. But this fight could really go either way. You know, I got Cunningham winning, but it really could go either way, you know, because I see a lot of weaknesses between both fighters. And I know Glazkov is ranked very high, but I don't think he's really ready. I still think he should be fighting like the undefeated fighters coming up, okay? You got You got guys like Andy Ruiz. Like, I see that fight being a possible fight. That should be a good matchup. But if he beats Steve Cunningham, if he looks impressive, you know, I think he should maybe get a bigger fight. But, you know, possibly fighting Brian Jennings or someone like that. But anyway, let me know what you guys think on this fight. I know it's not a major fight, but it's a pretty good one, all right, with two good heavyweights. So let me know what you guys think, and make sure you guys hit subscribe, all right? Peace.